Yes guys, and welcome back to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Atalanta guys, in the UEFA Champions League guys, in match day 3 at Old Trafford, at home guys. Great performance overall, from coming back 2-0 down to winning the game 3-2. That is a comeback, and that's what you call comeback kings. Man United have always done it, it's in our DNA and it's what we do. Great performance all around. Yes guys, let's get straight into today's video. So we made 5 changes for the last game against Villarreal. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford and Ronaldo. Getting into the other reaction now. Yes, get in. Ronaldo caps stunning Man United fight back against Atalanta. Ronaldo completes stunning Man United comeback. Man United pull off stunning turnaround. Wow, what a comeback. Comeback kings, we never give up. Ronaldo, you beauty. CR7 United's hero. Viva Ronaldo, what a dramatic ending. A classic Old Trafford night. Massive 3 points. When Ollie's under pressure, he delivers. What a win, what a game, what a result, what a night in the UCL. Always believe, why can we not play like that from the get-go? The goals we conceded were awful. I thought we had chances in the first half, but we didn't take them. We should have scored 2 goals in the first half. We showed urgency, we showed heart, character, team spirit, pride, passion and fight. As soon as we got the first goal, we had the confidence and the momentum. United maintained the high intensity and high tempo. We showed intent. We didn't want to give up. We had to win tonight. The substitutions made an impact. The team in the second half was far better. We had chances, we took our chances. It was all about the creativity in the final third. What can I say? Where's the Ollie out haters now? It's a night to never forget. It was a tough game. We got there in the end. First half, terrible. Second half, fantastic. Overall, great performance. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? It was a great performance overall. As a perspective, I think a lot of fans will say, brilliant comeback, brilliant team spirit, brilliant character to come back from 2-0 behind to win the game 3-2. It's a massive win for us. We couldn't afford to lose this game against Atalanta. Ollie said a few weeks back that we had to make sure that we win our home games and hopefully go away from home and get a win or 2 under our belts. And we need at least 10 to 12 points to make sure we can go through into the knockout phases as well. Great performance, great team spirit, great character to come back from behind. What can I say? That first half was all over the place, to be honest. The goals that we conceded were terrible, dreadful to concede as well. It was technically, we conceded from 2 set pieces, to be honest, and apart from that first half, Atalanta did nothing, especially in the second half when it was all us as well. It's a night to never forget. It's a massive night in the UCL. What a comeback kings. It's a performance that I think we knew that at 2-0 down we were still in the game, considering that we had a bad first half and we still had chances in that first half as well. I think we should have at least gone 2-0 up in that first half as well. Always believe, we knew that we were better than them, and what it was is Atalanta were a bit of a lead as well. It was a bit of an open game, defensively all over the place as well, a bit of a shambles, lack of organisation from us but also from them as well. But in games like this, it's all about concentration. But we had to concentrate in that second half, and it was all about, in the second half, get the first goal, defend properly as well. Fantastic result overall. Great team spirit, great character, great pride, passion and fight to come back, and it's incredible heart as well. Massive 3 points on the board. It was needed. We're at the top of the table now, which is fantastic for us as well. We're going in the right way now, especially as well. Difficult game in the end, we got there in the end. Just never give up. Comeback kings. What a comeback. Always believe. We knew we were still in the game at 2-0 down as well. It was just all about the heart, the passion, pride, the fight in the second half, and we went out there and delivered. Scored 3 great goals. It was just all about the first goal. You're back in the game. That's what we showed, and we got back into it. We grew in confidence and momentum. We put them to bed in the second half, and we got what we deserved, and we deserved to win the game in the end. Getting into the game now, thought first half had kicked off. I thought we had an okay start to the game. I thought, started a little bit brightly, but I think Atalanta had an okay start. I don't think really Atalanta did that much, considering that they scored, they got an early lead. Obviously 2 goals in less than half an hour, which was disappointing as well. But it was just the basics, in the first half, because I thought we had the chances. We never took the chances. We should have been at least 2-0 up in that first half. So, it was a very end-to-end game, very entertaining game. It was 50-50. It was going their way, then our way. Pretty much an open game. And Ollie loves an open game as well, because they were like the Italian Leeds, to be honest. Wide open at the back, and it's just all about, you have to expose the weaknesses. And considering that they were playing three at the back, I thought we opened up really well. I thought we opened them up really well in that second half, especially as well. So we had the chances in the first half, we just didn't bury them, and it was just all about the creativity in the final third as well. So I thought the first half was terrible. I think it was a good start, but then the way how we conceded the goals was stupid. First goal we conceded was absolutely ridiculous. They get a free kick, take it quickly, they get a cross in, I think, and then they get it in for 1-0. Second goal, zonal mark into its best on a corner. We've got a set piece coach, and we still can't defend on set pieces. So that's embarrassing as well, especially when you've got a set piece coaching and the players can't do what they're told as well. And then in the second half, it was just a miracle. What a turnaround. It was all about, we had to come out with energy, we had to come out bright, we had to come out quick. We had to play with high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, play with a lot of intent in our play. It was all about create the chances, and when you create the chances, you've got to take your chances, you've got to be clinical in front of goal, and it was all about the creativity in the final third as well. And we showed the urgency, we showed the fight, the passion, the pride, the character, the team spirit to get back into it as well. And it was and they always say, when you get one goal, you're back in it. And we kept going. We got the first goal, brilliant first goal. And then you're thinking, right, let's push on now. We've got the first goal now. Great goal by Rashford as well, to get us back into the game. Second goal, brilliant, great cross. Maguire gets onto it. 2-2. You're thinking, we're back in the game now. Keep dreaming, keep believing, keep going. Don't take your foot off the pedal. We kept pushing. We put them under pressure, and we kept going. And it was just a brilliant way to finish it off. Icing on the cake, Ronaldo gets the winner and scores it to make it 3-2. And it was all about the incredible heart, the passion, the pride, the fight, the team spirit, the character that we showed in that second half. We showed the urgency in the fight as well in us. And we just couldn't play that. We just couldn't play it like that from the get-go. And it's like, we need to kick up the backside before we can get going as well. So we took our punishment in the first half, and second half it was fantastic. I think they were stunned in that second half. They thought it was finished, and it was pretty much because they were 2-0 up. It was all about what we do in the second half, and what we did in the second half was fantastic, and we stunned them, and they couldn't believe it themselves. And brilliant fight back, brilliant team spirit and character to get back into the game, and brilliant fight and heart and determination that we showed in that second half to go and get the victory against Atalanta. We knew it was not going to be difficult and going into this game, because we knew it was going to be a tough one against them, but 3 important points on the board there. We capitalised, and great performance all round, and you can't fault it at the end of the day. And you can't fault it at the end of the day as well. So yeah, brilliant performance. What a game, what a win, what a result, and what a night in the Champions League, from being 2-0 down at half time to win 3-2. Wow, we are the comeback kings. Where does that one rank? It's up there. I think it's definitely up there with the PSG night as well. I think that night has overtaken the PSG night as well. I remember the PSG one 2-0 down in the first leg, had to go away from home, won that 3-1. But I think this one's up there. I think that one's up there being the first one, because especially there's no second leg. When you're 2-0 down in the first half, and to go out in the second half, go and express yourself, show the energy, the fight, the passion, the pride, team spirit and the character, heart that we showed as well in the second half was fantastic. Nights like that, that's what the UCL's all about. It's up there. It's definitely my number one, definitely for sure, considering that there was no second leg. It was an incredible fight. We showed the urgency in the second half, we showed the intensity and the tempo in the second half, we showed the energy, we showed the intent in our play, and we showed what we were all about in that second half as well. What we did in the second half, we should have done in the first half. Ollie would have wipes his forehead and thought, wow, we got that off there. Massive look on my side especially, but obviously fantastic result. We were ruthless in that second half, and you've got to show that ruthlessness in games like this as well. Brilliant fight to come back from 2-0 down to go and win the game 3-2. It's never easy as well, but it's all about the fight, and it's all about the team spirit and the character, and it's all about the reaction from the players. How well can they react as well? And they reacted in a fantastic manner, in a fantastic way, and they went and won the game 3-2. Fantastic. Brilliant. 3-2, 3 points on the board. I can't get any better. Why can't we play like that from the get-go? I think that's what fans will be, because they'll be turning to each other thinking, why can we not play like that from the get-go? Because with us, what it is we've not been performing convincingly this season. You know, we've been very up, down. Yes, you might take the Newcastle games and the Leeds games into consideration that, you know, we were fantastic in those 2 games. Since then, we've not been on the right page. We've not been convincing. We've not had a convincing performance for a full 90 minutes. We've been up, we've been down. We've not had a full 90 minutes where we've played well. We can't play like that from the get-go, because we need a kick up the backside. They wait to go 1-0 down, and then they just go out in that second half and they just go and do what they want to do. But you can never play like that though against quality teams like your Man Cities, your Liverpools, your Chelseas. You cannot do that, because you'll just get punished. They've got much better quality players as well, and I'll tell you that we won't get away with that all the time, and you'll get away with it against Italian teams because they don't play at that high intensity. They play at a slow tempo and they enjoy the football. We got let off on was because that was the actual Premier League way how we want to play, and they sort of felt that pressure as well. We can't play like that from the get-go. 1, because they want to go from behind and try and get a result. 2, because I think the mentality and the mindset's wrong as well. 3, because they just want a reaction from the players in the second half and see what they can do from there, and then they can build on it as well. It's very frustrating and annoying, this bunch of players, because you want them to perform for a full 90 minutes, but they can't do that. They've got to wait until they concede and then get a kick up the backside and then get some type of motivation, half-time team talk, to go out there, score the first goal and make sure you don't concede. That's what it's all about with this team, and we wait for moments as well. Instead of creating the chances, we have to wait for moments as well. We wait for them to make mistakes as well, but it's all about going expose the weaknesses and then take into consideration and then take your chances, scoring your chances as well. Who is my man of the match? There's some good plays in there, I'll tell you that for sure. I think De Gea wasn't at fault for the goals that was conceded. I think the defence was a mess as well. Wan-Bissaka had a good game. Lindelof had an okay game. Maguire had an okay game as well. Don't think it was his best performance, but he had a good performance, so in the end, Maguire scoring the goal. Shaw had a good performance as well. I think Fred and McTominay looked different in the second half as well, played more of a team instead of playing on their own. Rashford got into the game as well, played well. Bruno was brilliant as well. Greenwood was good as well. Ronaldo again, and the winner was fantastic as well. I'm going to give this to De Gea because I think it could have got worse. De Gea made crucial save, crucial time, kept us in the game in the second half as well when Atalanta had a couple of chances as well. Second half, we fully deserved the win. We were brilliant in the end, fantastic as well. How do we beat Atalanta? Now obviously we've got to play Atalanta in the away fixture in Italy this time. Obviously we play Atalanta back to back. I think coming off to this victory, I think United they'll feel weight off the shoulders and they'll feel brilliant after this result. Confident going into the next game, considering that we lost 5-0 to Liverpool as well. I think they'll try and get some sort of a result against Atalanta here. I think it'll be a similar game against Atalanta. They'll put up more of a fight because they'll know that in the position that they're in the table, I think they'll want to try and pick themselves up and go again after that as well. But Atalanta, they're this team that they don't want to mess about. They want to get down to business and they want to do what they want to do, get back to their strengths as well. But Atalanta, they're a very intelligent team. We could see that in the first game that we played with them. Obviously, they had a few injury concerns coming into this game, and I think they might get a few injuries back for this game as well. Zabita, very good in his hold-up play as well. I think he might end up having a start in this game as well. Atalanta, they'll want to frustrate us with the system that they play as well. They'll want to stop the holding midfielders getting forward as well. They're a very physical side. They're very good in their set pieces as well. They showed that on that corner that they scored on as well. Very good and well drilled side and very technical side as well. They want to press us. They want to go man for man. They want to push us around. They play with a 3 up front and someone is protecting them from behind, and they'll make it a very difficult game, so they have 3 up front because they play with 2 in the pockets. They'll try and be an explosive and that, and they have someone protecting them as well. But they didn't set out the way how they set out in this fixture as well, which I was a bit surprised about. They might consider that in the away fixture for us. But what we've got to do, we've just got to show that desire to close them down. Don't let Fuller get central. He could come back into this game as well. We've got to get ready for the pressure as well. Pass the ball in the right areas and hurt them as well. Make the runs in from behind. Get in between the lines. If they lose the ball in the midfield, capitalise on the mistake. We must defend properly as a team. Defending needs to be organised. We need to defend properly on the set pieces, and we've got to take that into consideration as well. We've got to be aware of the players in the pockets as well. This could be a tactical game once again. The fullbacks have got to be effective. The decision making will be key. We've got to be explosive on the break. We've got to test the goalkeeper, attack the spaces, got to close them down and don't give them time and space on the ball. Got to stretch them out, play with a higher line, keep it tight and compact at the back. Fullbacks need to get the crosses into the box, play with a high intensity, high tempo and intent in our play with energy and purpose. We've got to be aggressive, we've got to be ruthless, show that ruthlessness all about us as well. We need to take our chances, be clinical, and product has got to be there. We've got to perform and turn up for this encounter. It won't be an easy game as well, so we've got to turn up for this game as well against a very good Atalanta side. Getting to the goals now. First goal, Shaw has the ball back down to Bruno. Sloppy pass from the Atalanta player. Bruno reads it, picks up the ball, picks a run of Rashford, and Rashford runs and scores a nice and composed finish for 2-1. Second goal, Bruno takes the corner and couldn't beat the first man. Sancho picks up the ball, passes the ball to Bruno. Bruno puts in a fantastic cross into the box, finds Maguire. Maguire scores for 2-2. Third goal, Bruno takes a short corner to Shaw. Shaw passes the ball to Bruno. Bruno puts in a shit crossing into the box. Atalanta player clears it to Shaw. Shaw gets the ball back, passes the ball to Fred. Fred passed the ball back to Shaw. Shaw puts a fantastic cross into the box and Ronaldo leaps and heads it in for 3-2. What a comeback. Getting to the stats now. Possession for Man United, it was 59.9%, and for Atalanta it was 44.1%. Goals for Man United, it was 3, and for Atalanta it was 2. Total shots for Man United, it was 22, and for Atalanta it was 13. Shots on target for Man United, it was 9, and for Atalanta it was 6. Shot accuracy for Man United, it was 40.9%, and for Atalanta it was 46.2%. Shots inside the box for Man United, it was 15, and for Atalanta it was 6. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 7, and for Atalanta it was 7. Total passes for Man United, it was 554 passes, and for Atalanta it was 434 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United, it was 84.5%, and for Atalanta it was 78.8%. Getting into the substitutions now. McTominay went off for Pogba. Talk about Scott's performance. Recall for a big occasion and almost marked it, but hit the post. Could not get to Mario Palisic and made way for Paul Pogba just after the hour. Rashford went off for Cavani. Talking about Marcus's performance. Squandered good openings, but went on the shoulder of the last defender and hit the crossbar before a cool finish. Came off with an apparent knock. Greenwood went off for Sancho. Talk about Mason's performance. Pressed eagerly at the start, but struggled to get properly involved in the attacks and perhaps fortunate to stay on as long. Fred went off for Matic. Talking about Fred's performance. Drew a save from one and then squandered an even better chance. His energy was key, but his passing was also sloppy. Next up we've got Atalanta. Atalanta are third in the table and they're also sixth in the Serie A as well. I think coming into this game against Atalanta, it's going to be a difficult one. I think they'll want to bounce back from what had happened to us. We've just got to show the confidence. We've got to prepare well for this game. We've got to make sure what we did against them in the first game at Old Trafford. I think they'll want to pick themselves up. I think pressure's on Atalanta to try and get a result here. I think going away from home for us might do as good as well to get our momentum and confidence back in terms of where we are right now, hitting rock bottom as well. And a fixture like this in the Champions League will get us going again. We've got to be up for this. We've got to perform well for a full 90 minutes. It's going to be a difficult one. It's going to be a tough one. I think if we get a victory here against Atalanta, we'll be heading in the right direction going into the knockout phases as well. The way how we've turned it around after the Young Boys game has been good. We just got to turn up and perform well for a full 90 minutes here. We'll make sure we've got to defend well. We're going to prepare well for this game. physically, mentally as well. Going to go in with the right mindset as well. And this will be a tough game against Atalanta. They'll want to bounce back themselves. Difficult encounter here. We're just going to make sure we defend properly against them. When we get our chances, take our chances as well. Atalanta, they'll not want to mess about in this game. They want to get themselves back in it, in the mix as well, in our group as well. Got to go in with the right mindset and the right mentality. We've got to perform well, show the urgency, high intensity, high tempo, show the ruthlessness as well. Got to be aggressive against them as well. Take your chances, score your chances. Might be in a good position then in our group as well. And they've got to play 3 games before us. They've got to play Udinese, Sampdoria and Lazio before our game. And we've got to play Liverpool and Tottenham before this encounter as well. Atalanta are scoring 2 goals per game and they're conceding 1.7 goals per game. Atalanta have won 1, drawn 1 and lost 1. They've lost to Man United 3-2. The players to look out for is Mutso, Tonoli, Zabicosta, Demirel, Djimisi, Gons, Fula, Dirun, Pesnina, Palisic, Milinovsky, Kumpenmeers, Ilicic, Morel, Miranachuk and Zabata. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.